Hey guys, welcome to the Mastermind Grind, the midweek segment here at the Millennial Mastermind podcast where I go through either a thought of inspiration, advice, or something that really has just struck me recently that I think will help you guys to achieve your goals. And today, this episode is going to be just pretty raw. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a very challenging day for me. Just some personal things came up that were difficult to deal with, and I'm sitting here, and the last thing I wanted to do was come on and spit out 5 minutes of inspiration when I realized it wasn't going to be truthful. It wasn't going to be coming from a place of authenticity. I'd be putting on a mask and wouldn't be giving you guys, that real insight that I'm feeling. And so as I sat here and thought, what am I going to talk about this week? What nugget or what little piece of advice can I give to folks that is something that I'm struggling with within my own life that I know based on my sample of one will be something that actually can help somebody because it's something that would help me. And so I sat down and I did a little digging, a little research into my quote bank and came across a quote that really hit the spot for me. And it's a quote from Henry Ford. And he said, "When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it." And I think that is a really powerful quote by Mr. Ford. You see, everybody struggles. Everybody has challenges. Everybody has days where they just feel like like they can't go on. Like what they're working on just isn't worth it, or they just can't dig deep and find that motivation. And from this quote, you can see even Henry Ford probably felt that at times. And anybody who knows about Henry Ford's background knows that he had a lot of doubters. He went through some serious struggles in his journey, but ultimately came out massively successful. So when you're having one of those days, as all of us do, where you feel like the world is just against you, like you cannot catch a break, like you are just having a shit hand dealt to you, remember this quote. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. And that's to say, when we all inevitably face these challenges, are you going to be the person that lays down and gives up like 95%, heck, 99% of the population out there? Or are you going to be that 1% who leverages that struggle, that challenge, and uses it to take you into flight? Because that is where the magic happens. That is where the uber successful people really set themselves apart. And if you can find it within yourselves to take those challenges that are facing you, even those hardest things in life, and try to find a way to leverage that as a positive, or even if you can't find a way to make it a positive, just as something that you can use to move you forward and help you catch the wind under your wings and take flight. That is what's going to take you to the next level. Do not let what can feel like crushing pressure or just the most difficult hardships in your life, do not let those be the things that knock you to the ground. Or if they do knock you to the ground, make sure that you continue to stand up, because anybody can just stay on the ground. That's easy. Wallowing in self-pity, taking account of why everything in the universe is conspiring against you and how hard and difficult life is, that's easy. But what's challenging, what is the hard thing to do, is to get up, take those challenges, take those wounds, and use them to your advantage. Become tougher from it, a better person for it, and use it to build your success. If you can do that, if when it seems like your world, the walls are closing in and your world is falling apart, if in those moments you can find a way to just keep driving forward, I promise you that you will ultimately take flight and find success. So today, that is what I am thinking about. That is what's driving me forward. I want to be the type of person who can keep moving forward and eventually take flight. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. One from the heart. I had nothing written down. I hope that if you may be having something you're struggling with today or this week, or, any time in the future, you can come back to this episode and give it a listen, and maybe it'll give you a little bit of inspiration to keep driving forward. With that, I will let you guys get on with your week. Remember, we're going to have another fantastic episode next week, and I cannot wait to see you guys take flight.